Hey everybody, welcome back. Craig Peterson here, WGAN. I'm on every Saturday from 1 till 3, and I am so grateful you guys have joined me today and all of the people that have been signing up today for my newsletter. By the way, when you sign up, I've got 3 little special surprises that I don't even mention when you sign up. So you'll be getting those over the course of the next week or so. Some really great tip sheets, some tools that you can use in order to help make sure your home and your business is properly secured. And hopefully by now, they've started running my little features, and those are going to be fantastic. I'm trying to generate a couple a week so we can put them up and keep them fresh. But it kind of goes into some details of what you should do. So I'm going to put one in here right now, play one of these features. This one's on passwords. Just give an idea of what these are so you can kind of keep an ear out for them. I was going to say an eye, but it's obviously an ear. Have you ever heard the term pwned? Well, you might have been pwned. Hi, this is Craig Peterson here with a security blink about something known as pwning. Pwned means that your account has been the victim of a data breach. Your username and password have been stolen from a third party. Now, there's an easy way to find out if your account login has been stolen. Troy Hunt started and still maintains a website called Have I Been Pwned? He's collected the records of almost 10 billion user accounts from the dark web. Think about that for a minute. If you have an online user account, the odds are that your account data is online out in the dark web. And the bad guys are using the same information they're finding on the dark web to send you phishing emails. Recently, that's included scareware emails that are threatening to release some information about you if you don't pay a Bitcoin ransom. To prove their point, they're including your email address and password they found online. I'm contacted by listeners every week because these emails truly are scary, but are best ignored. How do you find out if you've been a victim of a data breach? Although it's safe to assume that you have been, you can just go online to haveibeenpwned.com. Troy will let you enter your email address and he will search his database to see if your account information has been stolen. So what should you do? Get 1Password. It's the best password manager I've ever found. Use it to automatically generate a new password for you for every online account you have. 1Password will also automatically check to see if your account is listed on Have I Been Pwned. To find out more about pwned accounts and password management, and to find out how best to use them, visit craigpeterson.com/compromised. So that's what we're doing, putting them out. I think that sounds pretty good. I heard it sounds really good. I'm thinking for the future ones, I'm going to do it a little bit less scripted. It sounds too highly produced. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. Just email me at craigpeterson.com. I'd love to get a little bit of feedback from you. Well, let's get into our friend here, James Dyson. Now, in case you don't know who this is, James Dyson, that's spelled D-Y-S-O-N. He's a British inventor, and you probably know him best via his vacuum, the Dyson vacuum. It's really kind of a cool thing. Definitely overkill, but this thing works on the principle of cyclonic separation. And they used some of the similar technology to that Dyson did in order to make some very cool bladeless fans that you can get. I really like these things. They're absolutely amazing. He has designed a whole bunch of things. I'm looking right now at his Wikipedia page, and of course they've got a picture of his bagless Dyson vacuum cleaner, which is really what got him into most homes, most people to understand. But he has been very, very big in inventing things over the years. I like his Airblade hand dryer, which you'll see at many bathrooms, probably more of them as you go forward. It does use ultraviolet light in order to clean the air. It doesn't spray it all around. I have never liked the air dryers in bathrooms. It makes the spread of germs inevitable. It is a very, very bad idea, and yet so many people just think it's fantastic, right? So much easier. We don't have to use paper towels, which are frankly much better. They spread the disease a lot less. So the Dyson Airblade is a very, very cool hand dryer. It's kind of like a squeegee of air to remove water rather than trying to just blow it all away or evaporate it with heat. Very fast, drying a lot less energy, and safer too for us in this COVID-18 day. Anyways, let's get into what he's done right now. He's trying to encourage kids to do a little bit of experimentation. And he has this fantastic PDF that you can download by going to the James Dyson Foundation website that you can just search for online, James Dyson, D-Y-S-O-N Foundation. Now, if you are a parent, grandparent, if you're homeschooling because there's no more school for the year, or you're homeschooling because it's just a great thing to do, you're going to want to check this out. It would have been handy when my wife and I were homeschooling all of our kids as well. But he's got these challenge cards, is what he's calling them. And there are a total of 22 science challenges and 22 engineering challenges. It's just so cool. One of these, the first one reminds me of when I was a kid, because I remember doing this in school. And this is how to get an egg to fit into a bottle without breaking it. Now, back then when I was in school, of course, it was a milk bottle. But what they're doing is they want you to get a glass bottle that has a mouth that's smaller than the egg. You're going to put that egg into a glass of vinegar and make sure it's completely covered. So within 2 days, that egg is going to be very rubbery. Do you remember doing this? You guys ever done this? Then you heat the bottle in hot water. Obviously, make sure that you remember it's hot. Okay? Use a tea towel when you handle it. And then rest the egg on the neck of the bottle. Now, you want to put it so the narrow end is down over the mouth of the bottle. And then as the air inside cools down, it's going to contract, right? Expand, contract, right? As you heat and cool. So the bottle's going to contract a little bit. The air is going to contract a lot, and you're going to have a vacuum inside this bottle. So it's going to suck the egg inside. So cool. And then the card goes into some detail. How does it work? And it talks about the protein and what kind of acid is in the vinegar and what ends up happening. It actually changes the chemical compound of the egg, which is what makes it rubbery. They've got this underwater volcano thing, which is so cool. This is a colorful underwater volcano that you can make. Very simple again. Ping pong balls and making them float using a hairdryer. And it talks about the Bernoulli effect. Which I remember I first learned about when I was starting to work on these new hard drives that had just come out, and how the heads floated using Bernoulli effect. Balloon kebabs, yeah. Can you put a skewer into a balloon without popping it? So they explain how that works, what to do, what not to do, liquid densities, just a whole ton of them. Geodesic domes is their first engineering challenge. Let me see if I can pull that up on my screen, because this is pretty cool too. Make sure you grab this, send it to your kids, grandkids, use it yourself. Measuring the speed of light, weather balloon, how to make a paper clip float. Yeah, surface tension, right? Just get fire extinguisher, scared pepper, dancing raisins. There's so many cool things. Lava lamp. I've always thought those are the coolest things. Did you know that some of the best random number generators out there right now are actually using lava lamps? A whole bunch of them. Invisible link. And then the geodesic dome is you're using these jelly sweets and cocktail sticks and putting them all together and how is it done. It talks about Buckminster Fuller. I just love this stuff. I don't know about you guys, but it's so simple. Marble run the kids can make, and it's where marble is running down the outside of a box and how you guide it, spaghetti bridges. See, all of these are cheap. Strong as a drinking straw, not the crappy paper ones, but a real drinking straw. Electric motors. Yeah, anyhow, check it out online. Of course, there's a link to it as well at craigpeterson.com. You can go there. You can see all of this week's articles. And if you are a subscriber to my email list, you will already have it in your mailbox. Should have gone out to you this morning. So double check your email. If you did not get it, just send me an email to me at craigpeterson.com. That's Peterson with an SON.com and just ME, right? Me. It's me at craigpeterson.com. And I'll be glad to double check as to why you didn't get it. Hopefully I didn't get caught in a spam box somewhere, because we send out thousands of these things every week, and you never know. If people don't open them, I don't know if you knew how this works, but if people don't open them, like on Gmail, Google Mail, if enough people don't open them, they assume, oh, nobody's interested in this. And so it gets a lower priority until all of a sudden Google thinks, oh, well, this must be spam because people aren't opening it. So make sure you open it and download any graphics that are in there, because that tells Google and everybody else that, hey, you care about this email. If you turn off the remote images, which is what I normally do personally, but when I get a newsletter, I always make sure I turn it back on. So if you got the images, then Google or AOL or Hotmail or Office 365, whatever you're using, will know that it is good email. It's valid. All right, stick around. When we get back, we're moving beyond Dyson, and we're going to talk a little bit about Microsoft Teams and some phishing that's been going on. You're listening to Craig Peterson here on WGAN.